Hi everyone. I I was thinking that it would be nice to mention ways to be kinder to ourselves, and the reason I wanted to mention this is because everything that I mention I'm pretty much trialing, or I've tried along my path, and this is why I'm sharing these things with you. So yesterday I was thinking to myself, gosh, I've got so many things I want to achieve. It's just ridiculous. It's just every single day I never feel like I get enough done. And there's so much that I want to do. I'm never, ever bored. Never bored. People say, oh, you come and do this and come and do that. And it's like, I just don't have time to do things like that when I'm busy working on creating and achieving goals that I've set myself. And not only that, I also have a healing protocol which I have to adhere to, because it's working, and that takes time. I mean, I have daily enemas, I have certain ways of preparing food. I mean, I prepare all fresh food, that takes longer. Then I have a dog that has to be walked and looked after, that takes time. I have the gym to go to, I have meditation practice to do, and all of these things they take time. And so before I know it, I have less time to be working on the things that matter to me in order to help me to make progress, to create the success that I would like. And of course I am successful because I have good health, and I have good health because I'm putting energy into it, and where you focus your energy, you will succeed. But I am trying to do too much, and that creates stress, and any form of stress is not good for us. So yesterday I took a little stop, and in fact it was my lovely boyfriend that suggested maybe I should talk about this, because I think that sometimes we try to do too much, and that's just not fair, and so we need to be kinder to ourselves. So today I want to talk about 11 ways to be kinder to ourselves. And the first thing I would like to put on that list would be meditation, because I can never stress enough how important it is to meditate. And I know that meditation means different things to different people, but what it means to me is that quiet space where you just slow down your thoughts, you still your mind. Okay, you still get some thoughts come up, of course, but it's being aware of those and letting them pass through you, let them flow through you, rather than sort of holding on to them and trying to make sense of them, like, whoa, what's all that all about? So just let them pass through. They become quieter. Before you know it, you have less and less thoughts coming through. Or what might happen is that you might want to know the answer to something important. So you go into meditation with your question, and then in that stillness and in that quiet space, the answer will come to you from your higher self, because your higher self is trying to get through to you in different ways. And in meditation is one of the ways that it will reach you. So be able to understand the difference between those noisy voices that come from the ego and the quiet stillness of when your higher self is actually communicating with you. So meditate each day. It's a wonderful practice, and it will help you to do so much in life, and it will give you freedom. Number 2, forgive yourself and forgive others. And the reason why this is so important is because if you beat yourself up, that's just not very kind. And if you hang on to things that other people have done to you, that's not kind to you either, because you're just wasting your energy on having some sort of disharmony in something that has been, it's done, it's finished, you can't change it. So just forgive. It's the much easier way to be. And I think a lot of us have gone through things in life that have been not particularly pleasant, and going on and on about them doesn't help anything either. It comes to a point where you just have to be responsible for yourself and say, you know what, I'm forgiving, this other person, me, more than anything, giving for me. That's my dog. He seems like an interesting outside. He's seen a chihuahua wearing a coat. Wow, amazing. Thanks for that, Boo Boo. So Boo Boo, Booey, stop please. So, number 3, declutter. Just declutter in all areas of your life. Now, yes, I know you were very clever then, Boo Boo. Well done. That was very good. You saw a chihuahua in it. You had to bark. Declutter, because you might think that it's not troubling you, but once you remove all of the stuff that you're not using, you will feel so much more revitalized. You will have more energy. And when I say declutter, I mean take the clothes that you no longer wear and take them down to the charity shop. So give them to someone else. The books you no longer read, unless they're books that you want to reference or something, clear space, because the more space you clear, the more you will be able to receive. So out with the old, in with the new, so to speak. Clear little junky items, the things that you just don't need. Just clear them. Clear your space. It's good to have tables without anything on them. It's good to not have to put stuff in front of windows just because there's a window, or I must put something there. You know, it's okay not to have lots of furniture and lots of stuff everywhere. The other thing that I would say with decluttering is to declutter your telephone. Remove all the numbers that you don't use. All of the people that are on your telephone that you might not have spoken to for like so many years, why are they on there? Why are they there? Just take them off. Just remove all of the clutter on your laptop, for example. I mean, I spent ages clearing out all old photographs not such a long time ago. Every single one. I just thought, you know what, I don't need this. I don't need it anymore. I don't need to have reminders of the past to know that I had good times and I had some, you know, other times that maybe might not have been so good. Whatever it is, just get rid of it. So don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to declutter. Don't be afraid to let go of stuff. Don't be afraid to let go of things that people have given you because, oh, they gave it to you. Get rid of it. If it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. If something brings you joy, hang on to it. And one of the things that I find works in order to discover if it's something that you should keep or not is hold it to your chest and say, you know, do I really need to hang on to this? Is this something that I will read again? Is this something that I still have time for in my life? And then you'll find out if it's a yes or a no, because your body will move accordingly, like either forwards or backwards, as per muscle testing, which I talked about the other day. So, yes, declutter. And what did I say next? Oh yes, number 4, eat foods that support your energy. Eat foods that lift you up. Eat foods that are the colour of the rainbow. Eat foods that make you feel great and give you that energy so that you can do things. Because by eating those foods, you are being kind to yourself. So get in all of those lovely fruits and vegetables, organic preferably, juice, lovely fresh juices, and the more you drink and eat those foods, the more you will enjoy them, and the more you'll want more of those foods, because you'll realise just how great it makes you feel. Okay, number 5, make time for fun and make time to pamper yourself, because by doing those things, you're being very kind to yourself. Sometimes it's easy to just have our head down and concentrating on the direction that we want to go, that we forget to actually stop and say, you know what, I'm going to go and do something really fun today. I'm going to go do some ice skating, or I'm going to go play some tennis, or whatever it might be that brings you joy. Don't be afraid to sort of take a stop and go, what am I going to do to pamper myself today? And if that involves a nice Epsom salt bath, which is a lovely thing to do, or some bentonite clay mask or something like that, then do it, because you should. You should take time to be kind to yourself and to love yourself. So, Next one on my list. Number 6. Don't compare yourself to anyone. Own your uniqueness and be happy about the person that you are. You can't change who you are, so just accept who you are and celebrate your unique talents and gifts, because we all have talents and gifts, every single one of us. But you do need to discover those things, and you discover those things from finding out what brings you joy. And you discover what brings you joy by meditating and really going within and asking yourself these questions. You know, what do I enjoy doing? What brings me happiness? Being really present to what fulfills you. So don't ever compare yourself to somebody else, because you're just going to hurt yourself if you do that. None of us are alike. We're all different. We're all individual, and celebrate that. It's a good thing to do. Number 7. Love yourself like you would a very dear friend. And the reason I say it that way is because I think that to say, oh, you must love yourself, or I love myself, a lot of people don't really know what that means. They say, yes, I really love myself, but then you think to yourself, I don't know, I think you've still got a bit of room for improvement there. I'm not sure that you're really loving yourself right now. Okay, we all have room for improvement on most things, you know, I mean, myself included. But when you say to yourself to love yourself like a really dear friend, it is easier in many ways, because looking out for others is sometimes easier than looking out for ourselves, because, well, it can just be much easier. It can be much easier. So if you think about it, you wouldn't want to be unkind to somebody you really cared about and say to them that they weren't good enough, or they weren't strong enough, or, I mean, you wouldn't say those things. You would be really careful. If you wanted to help them and encourage them, you would have ways of doing it which would be loving and thoughtful. And so that's really what I mean. Be loving and thoughtful in the way you support and lift yourself up. So yes, love yourself like you would a very dear friend. Number 8, make goals. Make goals. But do not make so many goals that you overwhelm yourself with them and then make yourself feel bad when you cannot stick to doing them. So if you have goals that you want to achieve in a day, take a look at them first thing in the morning and say, right, what is the thing that I most need to do, to achieve today, that's going to get me to where I'm wanting to go in a more easily and graceful manner, yeah? And just do that. Make sure you concentrate on doing that and get that done as early in the day as possible, because then you'll feel much lighter. And then anything on top of that is just a bonus. It's just a good thing, yeah? So just be easy and be kind to yourself in that respect. It's good to make goals, but don't be crazy. Don't be crazy making too many that you can't fit them all in, and then you feel bad because you haven't fulfilled your goals. Number 9, take action each day. Because by taking action each day, you're also being very kind to yourself. Sometimes people sit around and they complain about their lot, but they don't do anything to make a difference, to change their lot. So you do need to take action. You can't just sit still doing nothing. Sitting still doing nothing, sitting on the sofa, eating crisps, watching TV, is not going to bring you happiness. It's not going to make you feel better about your lot. It's just going to keep you in a stagnant place, and it will drain your energy, and draining energy doesn't help anyone. So that's not being kind to yourself. Do something each day to take action. Every day take action in some way. Even if it's just a small way, just take some action. Number 10, be grateful. Practice the art of being grateful. Gratefulness, every morning start the day and think about a few things that you're grateful for. Give thanks every single day. If something happens and it makes you feel good, be grateful and express your gratitude to people. If somebody does something and brings you joy, say thank you. If somebody posts something, for example, and you think, wow, that article gave me some pleasure, say thank you. Demonstrate your gratefulness, because it's what brings, well, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a very powerful way of living life. It's incredibly powerful. When you are grateful, you get so much more in return. And obviously I say, when you're being grateful, really mean it. Really mean it. Really feel it. Feel grateful. And express that gratefulness. And I think just for good measure, I'm going to stick a number 11 on the end, and say each day unplug from social media, from your telephone, from the TV, from the radio, from all of those things, the Wi-Fi, all of the EMF things in the house and stuff, and take yourself outside and connect with Mother Earth, and breathe in the fresh air and enjoy the sunshine. Today we've had hailstones. I've got hailed on twice today, which was fun. But breathe in the beautiful fresh air every single day, because by breathing in the fresh air, you're being very kind to yourself. And that's what I'm wanting to talk about today, being kind. So there is 11 ways on how to be much kinder to yourself on the healing path. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.